It should say show on your screen that we're going live.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
So it's finishing. Okay, we're good.
All right. I like it. Good morning, everybody. I am Alicia Del Valle, and I'm here to welcome everybody to our very first Adelante Academy via virtual academy. It's such an honor to be with you all today. First of all, Adelante Academy is designed to provide students with valuable interactive workshops. Now, they are presented by professionals purposely selected to relate their own college and career journeys, to inspire and to support student achievement. They share their journeys and their future goals with you and our students and their parents as well. It's been a very awesome endeavor for many years. So I want to congratulate everybody that is joining us this morning. And I want to thank Melissa and Adelante for having me this morning. So welcome, everybody. Good morning.
Yay. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, since our in-person conferences were canceled due to COVID-19, this pandemic, we have transitioned online. And we are grateful to the many amazing professionals who are joining us today and agreed to present their inspirational stories and workshops on a safer at home platform. That is the key, safer at home platform. Now, we ensure you that you will receive the information and the help you need to prepare for your future, which is exciting. Adelante's Academy is sponsored by the Weingart Foundation, Citizens Business Bank, Pacific Western Bank, Kaiser Permanente, Wells Fargo, CTBC Bank, and Tinko Sheet Metal Contractors. Your success is important to them, and we appreciate their support. Now, should I bring in Melissa? Do you want to take over from here, or shall I keep going?
Oh, well, feel free to go through the details of what the Adelante Academy is and when we're having it, and we'll hit on that a couple of times.
Okay, no problem. I love it. Adelante's Academy. The workshops will be held each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. throughout the month of July. Let me repeat, each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. throughout the month of July. Now, you can register for the workshop at your choice by visiting the website adelantey.org. And we'll make sure and repeat that all morning. And these workshops will continue throughout the year. And the best part, it's at no cost to you. They are free. Now, if you're unsure about the topic, we encourage you to please join anyway. You may find new interests or valuable tips that you can relate to in any field. And each time you attend a workshop, you will be entered into a raffle to win an Adelante goodie bag. The lucky winners will be chosen on July 31st, and this continues throughout the month of July. So you have plenty of opportunities to join this raffle. And once again, it is an Adelante goodie bag. Yeah. So the winners will be chosen July 31st. And I want to now introduce the Adelante Youth Alliance staff. And this is going to be handed over now to Melissa. And I want to hear from you, girl, and your experience with Adelante.
Thank you. So let's see, I wrote a little something down because I got started with this in 1995, over 20 years ago. So my mom and I volunteered to help organize the in-person Adelante Mujer Latina conference. And I've been involved off and on ever since, but right now it's full on. Currently I'm providing Mindful Mondays, which are sessions for tips to deal with stress, anxiety, manage emotions, which is really important right now. So you'll be able to register for that online and you can meet with me there. I will organize it for students and we can add some adult sessions if those are needed too. So you can hop on our website for info or email us. We're all going to share today our favorite quarantine activity, since that's something we know we all have in common. And my favorite quarantine activity has been, are you ready for it? Watering my plants. At the beginning of quarantine, I planted some vegetables, and so I've added that routine into my day. It's nice to just get away, water some plants, and that's been my favorite activity. So I'm going to pass it on to Jose.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Melissa. Excited to be here with everybody and everyone here and then everyone watching around the world. So thank you for being with us. My name is Jose Madera. I'm the program manager here at Adelante Youth Alliance. I've been with Adelante and the AML conference for 7 years. I started as a volunteer and saw how impactful the conference was, and also just how everyone, just like today, is coming together to support our students and support our communities. And that's what, Adelante and the AML conference is. Today you can find me at our Adelante online summer program, where we have students from 5th grade all the way to college, and we provide them with different classes like art, cooking, and also give them academic support. And my favorite thing about the quarantine, or what I've done the most during this time, I think has been cooking, and it's been exciting to cook, at home. So I'm excited for that. So next is Evelyn.
All right. Thanks, Jose. Thanks, Mesa. Hi, everyone. My name is Evelyn Rosas. I have been with Adelante for 2 years this July. Time flies. And when I'm not working with students with Jose and the Adelante summer program, or previously in our after school medicine program, I will be posting information and resources or local resources and making it available to our social media audience. So we're hoping to have our newsletter sent out as soon as possible to everyone to catch up on what we've been up to. And during quarantine, I think my favorite thing that I've done is meditate and do yoga to really be in touch with myself. And then I'll pass it on to Stella.
Thank you, Evelyn. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Adelante Academy Kickoff. So my introduction to the conference was back in 1995, as Melissa mentioned, when we volunteered. And it was so impactful that it pretty much influenced my career path going forward. So which led to the creation of Adelante Youth Alliance. It introduced me to the world of nonprofit, and I thought to myself, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So Adelante Youth Alliance is a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to educate and empower youth to develop their academic, career, leadership, and personal development. And this academy is one way that we do that. And we are glad that you joined us for this kickoff, and we encourage you to attend or to join us for the following workshops, because these are amazing professionals who are volunteering their time and their talents, and we wouldn't want you to miss out on that. Just incredible information and inspiration. My favorite quarantine activity has been cooking and baking, especially trying new recipes. So I'd like to get some recipes from you, Jose, now that I know that you enjoy cooking. And of course, in response to that, I've increased my exercise activities. So, one thing leads to another. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Alicia, but thank you all for joining us.
Yes, thank you all for joining us and for almost making me cry.
Yeah, always.
Always, but it really is this organization, the people behind it, all of you that give so much of your time and compassion. You can feel it. It is the real deal. And so once again, thank you all for inviting me to come back. Real quick, I've been with this organization, or I should say a participant in one way or another. I've presented and I've emceed for 13 years now, and it's really special. It also impacted my career. One of these events I was presenting and I emceed half the day, And that led me to my dream job of working at ABC7. There was a professional there who was there to inspire and worked with Melissa and her madre. And she walks right up to me and says, "Why don't you work for us?" And boom. So that was just a great day that I'll never forget, a very inspiring day. And my favorite quarantine activity is I adopted a foster dog, and he's a big boy and he's got some challenges. So I work a lot with him. Bentley is his name. He's a pit bull mix. And I tried also to be a plant mama. So I'm going to need some tips from you, Melissa, because they're not doing so well. And I try, my intentions are there. And I also bake a lot. So I need to get some exercise in with Madre for sure. So it's been a great time to look inward, right? So I want to keep this going, and thank you all for joining us today. We have 15 Adelante Academy presenters scheduled for the month of July. And today we have 6 presenters, and we want to hear from them, and I want to hear about their experience with AML. And then they're going to tell us a little bit about the workshop that they're going to present. And they're also going to let us know what their quarantine activity is going to be. I want to first speak with Rebecca Sue Qaeda. She's the Teen Advisory Committee member. Rebecca, hello, welcome.
Hello, again, my name is Rebecca Sakaida. I am a rising senior at Bell Gardens High School. I've been a part of the teen committee for 4 years, but attended the conference for 9 years. I had the pleasure of being there as an attendee and also as helping with the teen committee, and it's actually helped me find my career path myself, mostly within STEM. And because of all the workshops and all of the time that I've spent with Adelante, my dream job is actually being an astronautical aerospace engineer because of the presenters I met in Adelante. And because I've been part of it for so long, it's just been an amazing experience to be in this conference. And I've always enjoyed it from the first year I went when I was 8 years old to now being 17 and being part of the teen committee itself. And my favorite quarantine activity would be, I started doing puzzles with my dad. So we've started with 300 piece puzzles, and right now we've finished 2 of them. So now we're going into the 500 piece ones.
That is awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. 8 years old. Now that's inspiring as well. And you go, girl, with the STEM. We need more women in science. Okay, that was just me doing a little editorial. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on. I would now like to welcome Sofia Benitez. She's going to be a workshop presenter. She attended as a high schooler. She is president of Baldwin Park Adelante Mujer Latina Club, and now she's a presenter. I love how this all comes full circle. Welcome, Sofia.
Hi, thank you. So I actually attended Adelante for the first time when I was in about 6th grade. My principal at the school picked a handful of girls to bring to the actual conference. So I was one of the girls. My mom and I actually went. So that was like our first experience at Adelante. And then I kind of dove in head hard in high school. That's when I met Stella, and then Miss Melendez, which was the advisor for Adelante at Baldwin Park High School. So I've been an attendee for a very, very long time. And then as soon as I graduated high school, I decided to come back and become a presenter and kind of share all the knowledge that I had learned through this conference, because I feel like I would not be here without this conference, just because it exposed me to professional Latinas and to statistics and to things that I was not aware of before. For me, being a woman in our culture was more like you have to be a mom and you have to be a good wife. I was never exposed to professionals until I went into the conference and I saw that I could be much, much more. In addition to it, as you guys can see, I have my baby here, but you could be a perfect combination of everything. And I really, really owe it to Stella and to Melissa for putting this conference on and helping us help younger individuals and younger girls to follow their dreams and to know that it's possible. But yeah, and then my favorite quarantine activity has honestly been binge watching shows. I couldn't do it before because I was working all the time, and now I'm like, okay, girl, you gotta self-care.
Can we hear which is one of your favorites?
I actually just finished Pose.
Oh, Pose is great.
Yeah.
Lots of
I was
music.
like, get it, Johnny Mug. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Thank you, Rosana, and good choice. If you all haven't seen Pose yet, it's a great Netflix binge watcher. Thank you, Rosana. I'm sorry, Sofia. Next up, we have Rosana. I apologize. See, Pose threw me off, got me all excited. Rosana Del Rio, we'd like to welcome you next to hear your story. Hello, Rosana.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much to everybody. Good morning, and thank you for having me on. I'm Rosana Del Rio, and I got involved with Adelante when I was in high school as well. So like some of the presenters already have shared, I'm an example of the that the Adelante Mujer Latina conference does have on us, and just the influence that it can have on us. I remember attending, it was high school, and I don't remember the exact year, but I do remember attending 2 years while in high school. Was a part of the Puente program, and our counselor had us attend, and it was one of the best experiences, just seeing so many women giving their workshops, talking to you about their stories, and just like Sofia, seeing that there's so many things that we can do. And I continued on after that. So I had the privilege of volunteering here and there when I could, but also doing a workshop, mainly with immigration and DACA related, especially when it came out, when it first came out. And then just, having an exhibitor table. And luckily this time around, I came back just as a presenter, but in the field that I'm going into. And so I'm gonna once Gabby goes, let her explain a little bit more of what our workshop is going to be about. But just so you guys see my plant babies right here. I've been a plant mom as well as all of this has been going on. But my main form of self-care for me has been going out running. So I'm very active. A side of me is dance, and I use dance as a form of distressing, as a form of so many ways of expressing myself. And because I'm a little bit more limited on it, I've been going out running a lot. So thank you to Pasadena for having the Rose Bowl and doing what they could throughout this whole thing, because it's definitely been a lifesaver just going out to run and bike.
That's wonderful. And your plant looks beautiful. I need tips.
That's doing so good. There's another one. If you can really see it, it's a baby one right there. That one's newer. But again, I did have my mishaps. I lost 2 the first month of this because I didn't know how to really take care of them. But she's been doing really good.
Yes, that's wonderful. And she can hear you bragging on her. That helps. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So Rosana mentioned that she's going to let Gabriela Pineda speak and tell us what their presentation is going to look like. So let's welcome Gabriela. Hi, Gabriela.
I have to unmute myself. Hola, buenos días a todos. Hello to everyone. Well, I have to say this is my first year with the Adelante program. I was in tears like within the first 2 minutes, and I'm really excited to just be able to work with such a lovely group of individuals. I am a I'm associate marriage and family therapist, and so Rosana and I will be facilitating a conversation around finding your voice and just exploring the world of emotions and what that means for our youth, particularly first gen students, which I am as well. And so I transferred, I wish I would have had a program like this accessible to me in college or in high school and college. And, my path like many first gens, was incredibly challenging. But I was fortunate enough to have these mentors and come across friends like Rosana, who are willing to invite me into spaces where they have family and friends as well. And so, yes, our goal is to be able to just engage the youth in that, right? Finding your voice, embodying radical healing, utilizing the various art forms of music, dance, meditation, yoga, and just collectively also engaging in collective healing. And so with that being said, one of my favorite quarantine activities has been going on walks with my dog. She's a 6-year-old German Shepherd. And so, just enjoying the outdoors and enjoying her, because prior to this, I was a very neglectful mother. So I'm glad that I have this opportunity to share with her and just spend all day, every day with her.
She's spoiled. Good, your fur baby. Thank you. And I'm really looking forward to that presentation as well, because it is so relevant and so important right now too. So thank you for putting this together. Adelante. Now we want to welcome Rocio Gomez, who's going to tell us about her presentation and her favorite quarantine activity. Hello, Rocio.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Rocio Gomez. I am a high school counselor. I am going into my 7th year in the field, so very excited. It's been a very different time being a counselor during quarantine. I joined Adelante when I was an undergrad, so I was a room monitor, which was really interesting to see that aspect of the conference, and then became a presenter. So this will be my 6th or 5th presentation regarding college. So that will be my presentation again next week, July 8th, regarding how to get into college. There's been a lot of changes within the college area because of COVID. The SATs are changing, ACTs are changing, and really how to stand out. I'm a first generation student, and I wish I had a program like Adelante when I was in high school. So I am excited to be a part of it next week and moving forward. For quarantine, I've actually dusted off my bike, which was in the backyard for about 8 years, cleaned it up and started riding my bike through the riverbed. So it's been really interesting. I've seen a lot of changes within myself. Being outdoors, something that I actually never really did because of the day-to-day routine. So I'm really excited. Hopefully you are part of my presentation next week and we can fine-tune the things about getting into college. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And also super important and so many changes. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. I want to welcome next Julia Ruedas, and she's going to present her presentation to us and tell us her favorite quarantine activity. Welcome, Julia.
Hello, how are you? Buenos días a todos. Espero que estén muy bien. Thank you so much, Miss Alicia, everyone. Yes, so Adelante Mujer Latina, this is going to be my first time and I am beyond excited. It truly is an honor for me to be here and to be just, doesn't matter if it's virtually, but surrounded by so many admirable women and inspirational. So thank you so much for the opportunity. My first time that I came across Adelante Mujer Latina was on social media, many posts of young women speaking very highly about this program. So I said, I'm sorry, I think I went away for a little moment, but I said, I have to be part of this. I want to be part of this. So once again, thank you very much for the opportunity. My workshop will be, so the title is Ready, Get Set, Run, right? So running for more of the sense of getting involved, getting our youth involved, especially there's so many opportunities for our youth. More than anything, they want to be involved, especially right now, right? And who knows, in our youth, many of those participants, we're going to be seeing and we're going to be speaking to the next leaders, right? But how many, especially when it comes to women, sometimes we get a little intimidated and we say, well, a political or running for office might not be for me because of X, Y, and Z. Well, that's not the case. And we want to go ahead and deliver the importance of being involved and how we can do anything that we want, right? And my quarantine activity, I've actually taken really much deep into consideration the importance of self-care. And I walk, I exercise, and I brought out the books again. And one of my favorite ones that I'm currently reading is by Stephen Covey, and it's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'm almost done. I always like to get those books and read books that are going to help us, right? In general. So thank you very much once again for having me.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Very exciting, very important as well. All of these workshops, so looking forward to it. And I want to just throw in my 2 cents. That's a wonderful book. And you're reminding me I should reread it. The 7 Steps of Highly Effective People. They have one for children as well. Okay, I get excited. Let's keep this moving. We're also going to welcome Alouette Cervantes Salazar, and she's going to tell us a little about her workshop. Hello. Welcome.
Hi, buenos dias, good morning. So I am just thrilled to be here with you today. It's the first time for me presenting with Adelante, but I've heard so many wonderful things about it throughout the year. So this is just such a great opportunity for all of us to gather and really learn from each other. The workshop that I'll be presenting is spending and savings habits. And so we're going to be focusing on your current habits, and I'm going to be giving you some tools on how to become more financially healthy, or even what is financial health, things like that. So it's going to be really fun. It's a non-judgmental type of guidance, situation where we're just going to talk. I'm going to give you some information, and just remember, like my grandmother would always say, as long as there's breath, there's hope. So as long as we're learning and growing together, then there's always hope to become more financially healthy or just healthy in general. So I'm very, very excited. And also my favorite quarantine, first of all, I did not have a green thumb. I've killed I don't know how many plants in my life, but I'm just keeping it real here. But my husband, his quarantine thing is actually like watering the plants and just making the garden in the backyard really pretty. So my favorite thing is to go out there and look for anything that's already grown that I can eat. So like apples and strawberries, and that's my favorite thing. And also along with our fur baby and having just, some time outside and trying to remember, just to be grateful for what we have, and just I love flowers. So it's beautiful back there. And I'm just so excited to be here with you. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you at the workshop.
Thank you for that. Again, another workshop so important and so necessary. Thank you for sharing that. And we look forward to your workshop. And I wish I was growing some strawberries and some apples. That sounds amazing.
Well, you're welcome to have some if you like.
Thank you. We could trade. Yes. Okay, and next up, I would like to welcome Janelle Ortiz, and she's going to share with us her workshop and her favorite quarantine activity. Hello, Janelle.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm a Adelante newbie. So my first experience with Adelante was last year. I volunteered at the conference and I helped moderate a session, and I loved it. And I was like, next year I'm definitely going to present. So what my workshop is on is exploring animal-related careers and college paths. So I'm trained as a wildlife biologist, and I'm transitioning to an assistant professor position at Cal Poly Pomona in August. So I'm hoping to share with everyone who'd love to participate in the workshop about different college paths to take, what college education is necessary for certain animal-related careers, what experiences do you need? There's a combination of education and experience you need in order to achieve an animal-related career, and how could we help you achieve that? And then I'm also going to highlight some of my friends who have pursued additional animal-related careers that some of the students could benefit from listening to, and how they got there as well with their education and experience. And I'm really excited to be here, and I hope you all join me on Thursday.
Awesome. So exciting. Again, so important. Really quickly, what has been your favorite quarantine activity?
So mine is also plant related. I've been trying to propagate succulents this quarantine. Yeah, so somewhat successful, somewhat not. It's pretty tricky, but it's fun.
It's fun, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm learning just from these presentations of your presentation. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Next up, we're going to have Alicia Sierra, and she is going to tell us about her presentation, which I'm really looking forward to as well. Hello, Alicia.
Hi, thank you. I actually say Alicia.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
That's my grandma.
Oh, beautiful. I've actually, I never corrected anybody from like, I don't know, my birth to high school. And then I clicked. I'm like, hey, you know what? My name is Alicia. And so people who know me before I was 18 are like, why do they call you Alicia? We call you Alicia. And I'm like, it's complicated. It's just Alicia now.
Okay.
But this would be my third year with Adelante, and my friend Paula Martinez is the one who showed me, or I guess told me what Adelante was, and I was like, what do you mean there's this organization and there's Latino women talking? What? So the first year I was blown away. I felt like I was missing out on something so special and important. And I really wish that I would have known about something like this in high school, because you know, I think what really gives me a lot of passion for something like this is that I thought I missed out on so much. And it's hard not to see people who look like you on screen, or when you read books, or when you meet other people. And, you know, so meeting other Latina women who are successful just makes you feel like, oh, I do have a place and I can do something with, you know, my life. And I don't have to just be a mom or a caregiver or nurturing, even though I'm not a mom, but I love being nurturing. That's not the end goal there. So super happy. This will be my third time participating, and I'm super excited to be a part of it. I'm going to be presenting women in construction, and I'm actually at a job site now. So this house burnt, and so the company that I work with, ServPro, is going to restore it. So one thing that I love about this is that we're just really helping people, you know, and what I love about it is, like, sometimes we can emotionally burn down or physically burn down, but there's nothing like reviving yourself or restoring yourself. And so what I'm presenting really is what characteristics you need to participate in a world full of men, because even here, like, I'm here waiting for an inspector to come, and he's going to take one look at me. He's going to say, so who am I really meeting? Where's the contractor? You know, I'm like, no, I can have a conversation with you about construction. And so sometimes when you are in a role that is mostly dominated by men, you know, people will see you differently and don't think that you have either the brains or the vocabulary or even the stamina to participate. But no, we're very smart women, especially Latino women. So my presentation will be how to build these characteristics, how to keep your self-esteem, build your self-esteem, and just know that, you know, whatever job you take or whatever career you go, you are worthy of being there. And so that'll probably be exactly what I'll be talking about. And then my favorite quarantine activity really is, I think one thing I feel guilty about is not being busy or productive. So I'm learning to just sit outside, or sit in my living room, sit in the dining room, really just enjoy doing nothing and just being present.
Which we all can take a moment now, right? And breathe a little. That sounds so exciting, and especially relevant in California, women in construction, because that keeps growing no matter pandemic or not. That is still very important. So really looking forward to your presentation. Thank you for joining us once again. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presenters for the day. But don't forget, Adelante will have presentations throughout the month of July, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. And you can sign up at adelantenya.org. And now we want to turn it over to our AYA. I guess we're going to try to see if anybody has questions in the audience. Melissa, do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, so we are live on YouTube, which is one of the most exciting things about today, right? But there are no questions or comments on there to address. And then we've also posted on Facebook, but there are no questions on there right now, but people can always reach us on our social media or on our email if you have any questions. I do have an announcement. So I have a great news and then not so great news. So I'm going to start with the not so great news, which is that tomorrow's workshop is going to look a little different than we anticipated. We have Assemblywoman Luz Rivas, who was excited to present with us. She's been a longtime supporter and involved in different ways because her career has taken an interesting journey, and her calendar has changed a bit. So she is recording some information. So we will present her information, but it'll be via video. So that's the not so great news. But the great news is that she's still sharing information with us, and that's the only announcement of the kind that I have. So there are no other changes in our schedule. So that's great. And I just wanted to point out that everybody who's attending today, it's just a small snippet of everybody who's lined up to present. So it's a little overwhelming to hear how life-changing this conference has been. And we hear it every year, and it's a day full of in-person inspiration. You see, somebody said, I wrote it down, seeing people who look like you. And that's been a real driving force in our planning for the conference. So we won't have that this year, but that's not going to stop us. And we're going to continue to go virtual, and we're going to connect in ways that we can, like we are here today. So this is just a small snippet from people who've been coming since 8 years old to their first time with us. And so we'd like to continue that circle of diversity coming, and we'll continue to increase our diversity in our presenters. Another exciting thing is that we have male and female attendees. So the conferences have been predominantly, this started over 20 years ago, and the state that we were in as Latinas was a little different than how it is now. So there was a girls' conference, and then there was a boys' conference. And now virtually we're able to kind of mix those. And so we do have male and female students, and it's open to everyone. So the information is not gender specific. So it's exciting that we're able to change in that way. And it was kind of not forced on us, but it was precipitated by COVID. Mm-hmm. So we're finding all the bright linings in being able to include more people. And we will definitely have male presenters jumping on, and the Academy is going to continue with a variety of presenters and open for everyone. So no more announcements. I think we have all of our presenters speaking today. Is there anything that I'm missing? Does anybody want to help me out?
I want to commend you on not quitting or not stopping or putting it on hold, because you pivoting, that's awesome. And I feel like you're leading by example of what we all need to do in these times. I mean, this is a pandemic. This isn't something we've lived through in our lifetime. So bravo, Adelante, for keeping a way to connect via virtually. And all of these workshops sound awesome, and you're going to keep going throughout the year. But it's a great start this month of July. And let's not forget that there's a goodie bag. We love prizes. So there is a goodie bag for every person that enrolls and participates in a workshop. You get to enter in this raffle, and there is an Adelante goodie bag. So thank you for that, Melissa and Stella. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's really the Adelante community. Once we put the word out and people are like, I'm so glad you're doing this, let's do it. It was like, oh, yes, we couldn't do it fast enough. So hopefully it will just continue to grow and be good.
It will.
Yeah, and if I just might add that we couldn't do this without these presenters. I mean, them sharing their college and career journeys and all the obstacles they encountered and how they overcame them. I mean, that's what makes Adelante, so that's what makes it so special. And I think going virtually, and we see, a variety of a diverse population of young people who need something similar. So, we're not limiting this to Latinos. We're opening it up to any professional who can encourage and inspire our youth to move forward. So we invite professionals who are interested in doing that and sharing their stories. contact us and apply to be a presenter, because we will continue this throughout the year now. I don't expect that we'll be gathering anytime soon. You know, we would have 2,000 girls at the girls conference, 2,000 boys at the boys conference. But I think that we can really reach a lot of students who weren't able to make the conferences in the past. They'll be able to benefit from these amazing individuals who are just really generous and sharing their time and their tips and, you know, just their struggles. It's helpful to hear what struggles people have, because you see a professional. I know when young people see professionals dressed up, they don't imagine that they've had such a rough time in their, you know, growing up. So to hear that and to see that they've come out, you know, so successful on the other side, that's what's inspiring, right? So we all need that. You know, just listening to all of you right now inspires me. So I don't think I've ever seen anything like Adelante in the past or now. So thank you so much for sticking with us. You know, I'll be honest, we did kind of like say, wait, we're not going to be able to do this anymore. But thank goodness for online, and we were able to take advantage of it. And my staff has been incredible. So, you know, to be able to pivot and not just stay in bed and sulk, which is easy to do, but they're at it. And, you know, and at first we would see for our summer program and our year-long program, we would see our students not interested in participating. You know, everybody went through a period of depression, and, you know, and it hits us every now and then still, but sticking with it and letting our students know that we're here for them. When they are ready to engage, we're here for them and encourage them to do that. So you know that Adelante is here for you. Reach out to us, and we're always working with partners or collaborators, reaching out to colleges to share what they can with us. So, you know, we're pulling people together to share with the community. And we're grateful for that. We're basically a convener at this point, you know, and there's so much talent out there, and we're happy to bring that to you. So thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause for kicking this off. July is going to be wonderful. So excited. And please share this information on your social media so people can join in, sign in. And I'm just going to run down the details one more time so that we all have them. The workshops will be held every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday throughout the month of July, starting this week. And for every workshop you register for, you will be entered in a raffle to win an Adelante gift bag, a goodie bag. You register for the workshops by visiting adelantenya.org. And there is a place where you can ask questions as well. So these wonderful people at Adelante are here for you, and they want to make sure that you have access to these awesome presenters and workshops. And this too could be life-changing for you as well. So please join us this month. Very excited to be a part of it in any way. And I just want to say thank you once again to all of our presenters, and keep taking care of yourselves and your fur babies and your plants and reading and biking and it's just been wonderful to connect once again, even virtually. I'm already inspired. Thank you, Melissa and Stella, and thank you to everyone, Jose, everyone on staff there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be safe, everybody. Anything else, Melissa?
Thank you, Alicia. No, I think that's it, unless anyone else has something to say. I spy Bentley.
Yes, Bentley.
If anybody else wanted to say anything, I think that's about it. Join us. Bye, guys.
Anybody?
So we will see you. I'm lucky I get to come to all of them. Hopefully I'll be at all of them. And so everyone else gets to be at all of them too. So I hope they take advantage of it. So I'll be seeing you all this month, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Wear your mask.
Yes.
Yes, always.
Yes.
And gloves if you have them.
And close.
Oh no, gloves, but close too. Yeah.
Clothes. I don't know about gloves.
Close to.
Close too. You've seen those videos of people.
Oh
working
yeah,
from
girl.
home.
No.
Thank you. Blessings. I'll take care.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye.
Thanks.
Still.
I love the music. Thank you.
It would have been nice to have it on even the whole time. That always is relaxing. How do we stop the live on YouTube thing?
Stopping it.